Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit.
Hello, 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 family. We are back together again. This is Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit, saying love, peace, harmony, and blessings to the diaspora and the brothers and sisters of Detroit. Oh, yes, we are back together again with our wonderful convening and converging as we once again open up our cranial universes for the critical analysis of our spiritual beings in this carnal existence. Oh, yes, and we are blessed as we continue through our tests. And yes, we are back once again, family, with the continuing Corona COVID-19 confusion. And so as I continue in my researching and evolving of intelligence on the matter of this pestilence that has befallen our planet, we will continue to expound and expand so that we will be vigilant in our walk so as not to be fooled by these demonic machinations for our destruction here on this continent of confusion and captivity with the bullshit of Babylon, which is the United States of America. So family, we are going to be reviewing an article by USA Today entitled Fact Check: Vaccines protect against contracting and spreading COVID-19. So when we are having the COVID conversation, there's always that line of division, the for and the against, the pro and the anti. And so there are vested interests on both sides, of course. And so what we do here is present the information from institutions that we would regard as respectable, quote unquote, so that we individually can hear to try to understand what is the agenda. Is it our health and well-being, spiritually, mentally, and physically? Or is it a profit, pillage, plunder agenda by the farm coal cartels who have paid our politicians to pilfer poison? We shall see. So let us become to our wonderful place in the space so that we can become still and quiet and receive that which will give us insight and perspective. And we begin. More than 70% of adults in the U.S. are fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Children started receiving their vaccines in early November, and booster shots may be on the way for most Americans. COVID-19 cases dropped after the vaccines were introduced in the spring. But on Facebook, some still doubt whether the shots work. Since the vaccine doesn't stop you from getting it or spreading it, how are you actually protecting others reads the text in a November 13 post from a page called The Lion's Roar. The post accumulated more than 69,000 shares within 4 days. Similar claims have racked up tens of thousands of interactions on Facebook and Instagram over the past month, according to CrowdTangle, a social media insights tool. In clinical trials, all 3 vaccines authorized in the United States were found to be safe and effective at preventing severe COVID-19 cases. Since then, public health officials have acknowledged the shots are not 100% effective at preventing infection, and research suggests immunity wanes over time. All right, family, right there is where we get on the roller coaster of our deciphering, discerning, and pulling back the peel of this ominous onion. So we will repeat the sentence or paragraph. In clinical trials, all 3 vaccines authorized in the United States were found to be safe and effective at preventing severe COVID-19 cases. Since then, public health officials have acknowledged the shots aren't 100% effective at preventing infection, and research suggests immunity wanes over time. But that doesn't mean the COVID-19 vaccines are worthless. Experts and public health officials say they do protect people from getting infected and spreading the virus. All right, family, we have another iteration of experts and public health officials saying the vaccines protect people from getting infected and spreading the virus. We've started moving on the roller coaster. This is false information. Akiko Awasaki, a professor of immunobiology and molecular, cellular, and developmental biology at Yale University, said in an email, vaccines provide significant protection from getting it, infection, and spreading it, transmission, even against the Delta variant. So we have Dr. Akiko Awasaki making a standard statement. All right. USA Today reached out to the Lion's Roar for comment. All 3 COVID-19 vaccines authorized in the U.S. were designed to prevent severe infection, hospitalization, and death. But experts and public health officials say the shots also protect people from contracting and spreading the virus. What we know is that individuals who are vaccinated are much less likely to be infected, therefore much less likely to spread the virus. Dr. Amesh Adeja, a senior scholar at the Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security, said in an email. So he's making a statement. He's saying individuals who are vaccinated are much less likely to get infected and spread. So we have this spectrum of likely and probably and not exactly going on, family, from the public health officials. All right. Data from clinical trials indicate the vaccines from Pfizer-BioNTech and Moderna are about 95% effective at preventing symptomatic COVID-19 infections. Johnson & Johnson shot was found to be about 72% effective at preventing moderate to severe disease. So the J&J shot is 20 points less in its effectiveness against the pestilence family. The number is lower partly because of the higher volume of COVID-19 cases in the general population during the trial period, if that means anything. The vaccine rollout has affirmed those findings. Fully vaccinated people made up about 9% of reported COVID-19 deaths in 13 U.S. jurisdictions between April and July, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. CDC studies have also shown unvaccinated people are 10 times more likely to be hospitalized with COVID-19. Okay, so unvaccinated people are 10 times more likely, but we're dealing with a 95% survival rate family. Always keep that in mind. The agency says on its website that while breakthrough infections are possible, most people who get COVID-19 are unvaccinated. Experts told USA Today that shots provide considerable protection against infection and transmission. Now we have considerable protection. Yes, it is true that vaccinated individuals can also be infected by the spread of SARS-CoV-2 to others. Shawita Bansal, an associate professor of biology at Georgetown University, said in an email. However, the evidence is crystal clear that risk of transmission for a vaccinated individual is significantly less than for unvaccinated individuals. Bansal pointed to data from the United Kingdom which shows the COVID-19 vaccines reduce the chances of getting infected by 50 to 75%. A preprint study also conducted in the UK found that 2 doses of Pfizer vaccines are 80% effective against spreading or against preventing all infections with the Delta coronavirus variant. So 2 doses of the Pfizer gives you 80% protection. Okay. Data on how COVID-19 vaccination affects transmission is more complicated, but still promising. Within the breakthrough infections with Delta, the viral load is similar to those who become infected and were unvaccinated, Awasaki said. Within the breakthrough infections with Delta, the viral load is similar to those who became infected and were unvaccinated. That means they're the same between the vaccinated and unvaccinated. That cancels them out. This may be the source of confusion about the claim that vaccines don't stop you from spreading the virus. Of course. Research indicates vaccinated individuals who get infected with COVID-19 can transmit the virus at a similar level as unvaccinated people. But data also show they get better faster than the unvaccinated, meaning they may be less likely to spread the virus to others. Several studies awaiting peer review back that up. Okay, well, we're waiting on the peer review to substantiate their confusion. And of course, the vaccinated are far less likely to contract COVID-19 in the first place. As previously noted, public health officials are worried that some people who received the COVID-19 vaccine months ago may see their protection diminish over time. But that's not out of the ordinary for a vaccine. And booster shots have been shown to drastically increase protection against the virus. They just put you on the dope train, people. The vaccines and the boosters. Wow. Pharmco dope dealing. The COVID-19 vaccines incontrovertibly decrease the spread of the virus. Adaja said, just because they are not 100% does not mean it is nothing. Okay, so the overall rating USA Today is giving the statement vaccines protect against contracting and spreading COVID. They've come to the conclusion and their rating is false. Okay, well, let's see. Based on our research, we rate false the claim that the COVID-19 vaccine doesn't stop you from getting or spreading the virus, so it can't protect others. While vaccinated individuals can get COVID-19, experts and public health officials say they are less likely to contract the virus than unvaccinated people. That means they also are less likely to spread the virus to others. When vaccinated people do get sick, the chances of severe illness, hospitalization, or death are lower. Research indicates they also get better faster than their unvaccinated counterparts. So, how are we feeling about the information, family? Coronavirus 19 confusion continued. USA Today fact check. The vaccines and boosters are not 100% as the medical professionals have indicated, and they wane over time, and they only significantly or considerably or are more likely to reduce your chances of getting and spreading or dying from the pestilence. So, are people who are vaccinated more safe than their unvaccinated brothers and sisters who may have moral, spiritual, physical objections to receiving the jab, with many people contracting and surviving? Is it better to chance it to your spiritual existence, or should we stand on the Pharmco industry platform under their protection? So that is our critical analysis this time out, family. And we will reconvene and continue to marinate mentally as we consider within our cranial universes our spiritual walk in this carnal existence. And this is another episode of Understanding the Pestilence and Plague, Coronal Confusion, and our fight into the light for clarity, understanding, and evolution. So we shall return in love, comfort, care, concern, and compassion to continue our evolution into eternity, family. And so, until we are together again, I love you. I love you. I love you. Until next time. Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit.